kyokka kati kitegeerekese nti waliwo abasibe 7 ku aba 21 abakkiriza emisango egyabaggulwako era ng'akadde konna bano bayinza okuyimbulwa.
7 out of 21
endewaliddwa embeera eriwo ne bakkiriza emisango gye batazza era abamu ne bakola plea bargaining, abalala ne bakola abamu babasalidde ne babasalira ne bawa emyezi 4 ne bawa emyezi 3 n'ebirala bwe bityo naye tubategeera.
Ensonda ezitasamwasamwa na bigambo zitubuulidde nti abamu ku basibe bano abakkiriza emisango kuliko Olivia Lutaya, Sauda Madada ne bannaabwe abalala 5.
Jeez, I said I understand these people. This was Ed Mutwe, Bobi Wine's bodyguard, who was abducted. The photo that's the first photo is when he had been tortured. You see, he was sweating. They took photos of his naked body. This is done by the command of the Uganda's Defense Forces. Museveni's son. So I truly understand. I remember when he was brought in the court. Look at him. So I understand if Ed Mutwe is going to be like, hey, Mordecai, let me enter a plea bargain. I want to go meet my child. I understand.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the Museveni criminal regime continues to keep many political prisoners behind bars, these include members of the National Unity Platform political party, headed by Bobi Wine, many of Bobi Wine's supporters, folks from the People's Front for Freedom, the likes of retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye, former Lord Mayor of Kampala, Elias Lukwago, and many others being kept in detention for quite some time. A new and probably troubling trend is emerging after months, like I've mentioned, and in some cases much longer, years and decades in detention without their trials getting underway. Some detainees are now turning to plea bargains as the quickest path back to freedom. It is really heartbreaking. These individuals face grave charges such as terrorism. Others are being accused of treason. Yet many have remained in custody for extended periods without their cases being fully heard at all. Many are pretty much forgotten, you might argue, because others have been actually killed. Many disappeared, others maimed and tortured. Now, days after Yoweri Museveni, the president, argued that such suspects should not receive bail because they could threaten witnesses, some detainees now appear to be choosing guilty pleas over endless uncertainty behind bars. Many have pleaded with the judiciary, please, give me a trial. Now, I want to be categorically clear here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not justice. It is a system that leaves people feeling they have no other choice. They do not know when they're going to be tried. So they'll be like, oh, what do I do? While I do not support anyone being pressured into accepting these plea bargains, I do not support those, whether they are consensual or coercion. I don't. I believe the judiciary should take its course. Let the courts of law apply the law, and let whoever is found guilty be charged and whoever is found innocent be released. But despite of my position of being against that style of ending matters, I really, really understand the situation where they are. I mean, like I've always said, I'm speaking from the comfort of my apartment here in the USA. Many of these folks I'm talking about have been tortured, many maimed, many have had their family members die while they are still in detention. Many have had their careers destroyed forever. So I understand. Sometimes they say desperate situations demand desperate what? You know that. So many of them are desperate. all I have in my heart is appreciation to them that they tried to push because they did not commit any crime. That crime was opposing the Museveni criminal regime. And that's what we're going to be looking at this beautiful, beautiful day. So let's engage in this conversation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with this conversation. I think a story was covered by BBS Telefina. It's in Luganda. I'll do a little bit of translation for my audience that don't understand Luganda. Let's go.
We butuukidde olwairo ng'abasibe bannakibiina ki National Unity Platform abazze bakwatibwa olw'ensonga ez'enjawulo okusinziira ku kiwandiiko kino ekyafulumiziddwa ekibiina basukka 15 era nga bano bakuumirwa mu makomero okuli Luzira Kitalya n'awalala. Abamu ku basibe bano kuliko abo abakwatibwa mu biseera by'akalulu ak'omwaka gwa 2021 ne 2026 n'abalala ku misango egyekuusa ku kusangibwa n'ebyokulwanisa mu bukyamu kono okukola dduyiro eyeefaananyiriza ow'ekinnamagye.
Okay, they're referring to a statement that was released by NUP. I'm going to go on and read you the statement, then we'll come back to the story. I had saved that statement from the NUP. Where did I save it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go here. I had saved this. Come on, Mordecai. Don't tell me you lost this statement. Okay, NUP. NUP, probably I should type in NUP and look for where they posted it. Maybe we should. Okay, let's watch the story, then we come back to this. Sorry about this confusion.
Kuduyiro w'ekinnamagye abasibe 21 bakakwatibwa ku fayiro eno era nga kuba n'okuliko amyuka omwogezi wa NUP Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro, Edward Sebufu oba Edi Mutwe, Akirewo Kivumbi, Olivia Lutaya, Calvin Tasso oba Bobby Giant n'abalala era nga bano bali mu maaso g'omulamuzi Damala Agumasimwe mu kkooti e Kanyanya. Kyokka kati kitegeerekese nti waliwo abasibe 7 ku abo 21 abakkiriza emisango egyabaggulwako era nga akadde konna bano bayinza okuyimbulwa.
7 out of 21.
Waliddwa embeera eriwo ne bakkiriza emisango gye batazza era abamu ne bakola plea bargaining, abalala ne bakola abamu babasalidde ne basalira awo ne bawa emyezi 8 ne bawa emyezi 3 n'ebirala bwe bityo. Naye tubategeera kye tuba tugamba abantu nti tetusobola kuvaayo ne twenkaleginga oba ne tusindikiriza omuntu kukkiriza omusango gw'atazza.
Ensonda ezitasamwasamwa na bigambo zitubuulidde nti abamu ku basibe bano abakkiriza emisango kuliko Olivia Lutaya, Sauda Madada ne bannaabwe abalala 5. Bannamateeka b'abasibe bano bagamba mpawo n'omu yabadde mu nsonga zino ez'okukkirizisa abasibe.
Abasibe abakkiriza oba bagenze mu plea bargain ffe nga bannamateeka baabwe tutadde mu nteesaganya ze babadde bakola nakyo baba n'essaawa zino tetumanyi biki bye bakanyizaako n'omuwawe wa gavumenti.
Kyokka bano bagamba tebayinza kubanenya newankubadde nga bazze boogera nabo ku kibi ekiva mu kukkiriza emisango mu ngeri ng'eno.
Kubanga abantu abo abamu ogenda kwesanga nga bakoze bail applications 4 nga zonna bakola ki bazigoba. Kakati oli bwe mubeera mu bail application esooka eyokubiri eyokusatu eyokuna abamu bakola ki bagwamu essuubi ne bamaliriza nga bakkiriza.
Balina eddembe lyabwe kubanga ffe twabawabula biki ebijja n'okukkiriza omusango bagenda mu plea bargain na biki ebitasobola. So buli omu n'ateekinga choice gye yateekinga naye tetubanenya ng'abantu kubanga be bali mu busibe ffe tetuliimu.
Ssaabawandiisi w'ekibiina kya NUP David Lewis Rubongoya agamba abasibe abalala bakyali bagumu nnyo ddala era nti ekibiina ne bannamateeka bakufuba okulaba nga bano bafuna obwenkanya era nga bakutandika n'olunaku olw'enkya bwe banaaba bakomezeddwawo mu kkooti.
In fact waliyo bangi nnyo abasazeewo okukola ki okulemerako ku mbeera ne bagamba era kati tugamba nti nga kkooti y'e Kanyanya bwe yagaana okuba bail tugenda mu high court mu kkooti enkulu nga bw'olaba olwaleero kkooti enkulu bwewadde Honorable Mwanga Kivumbi bail n'abalala oba oliawo ne bano high court egenda kukola ki kuba bail. So waliwo abamu abali willing kulinda.
Singa abasibe bano bayimbulwa mu ngeri eno sibe banaabeera basoose kubanga mu Oktoba omwaka gwa 2024 abasibe bannakibiina ki NUP 16 abaali bawozesebwa mu kkooti y'amagye Makindye bakkiriza emisango ne bayimbulwa era bo bannaabwe omwenda abaagaana okugikkiriza n'okutuusa kati bakyavundira mu mbuzi ekogga. Dennis Ntege, BBS Telefina, Gambuze.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you get here the point. I think I should read you the statement they were referring to, the NUP released. Okay, let me type in here. NUP. Perfecto. All right, NUP. I'm going to have to read you the statement. All right. Okay, I got you. I got you here. If you want to go on and read that, it says, statement on plea bargains involving some NUP political prisoners. As the nation knows, over 150 of the National Unity Platform are currently in detention over trumped-up charges. Some of these comrades have been in prison for years. Our legal teams have done and continue to do everything within law to secure their release. Indeed, we have secured the release of hundreds of our people who were illegally detained during and after the recent elections. However, following numerous bail denials and Museveni's recent remarks, directing judicial officers not to release our people on bail, some of our comrades have opted to plead guilty or enter plea bargains for offenses everyone knows they did not commit. By taking this step, our comrades are not in any way admitting that they committed any offense, but they consider it to be the quickest path available for them to get out of the long periods of detention without trial. Our position on this matter remains that while we never encourage anyone to incriminate themselves, we never judge those who, being weighed down by the numerous challenges that come with illegal detention, choose to plead guilty and come out of jail. More so, if they do so within clear non-legal processes, such as plea bargaining. What is more important is how those comrades behave when they are released. This is therefore to call upon our people to understand this situation. As for those who insist on their innocence and choose to wait longer, there are even bigger heroes who deserve to be celebrated and supported every day. Period. I think that says everything. Like, we really, really understand you. I'm going to, again, make this point. I'm not in any position. I have no moral authority to dictate on how you folks who are in prison should behave. It would be arrogancy of the highest level. If a Mordecai Murisa, who is donning this beautiful tie, is in comfort of this AC and speaking in the studio, says, hey, you should continue being tortured by Museveni. That's not me to choose. If you want to continue standing that ground and saying, hey, I do not commit crime and I won't admit to committing these crimes, you are a hero. I am behind you. But if you give up and say, hey, the weight is too much, I want to get out, I'll still say, that's your choosing. I'm still behind you. Two positions can be right at the same time. Do I believe or do I support this coercion of Museveni? No. These are Machiavellian, these are grotesque, these are evil way of leadership. Nobody should be forced, coerced into admitting to crimes they did not commit. But I understand you folks. I truly understand you. And why do I say I understand you? Especially when these criminal thug said these words.
The arrested opposition lawbreakers
The arrested opposition lawbreakers
may not get bail because they threaten the security of the witnesses.
may not get bail because they threaten the security of the witnesses. Lie.
Some people have been saying, you give these people bail, give them bail. Yes, but because they are not
Look at this sick man. Again, we can't get tired of this. Always look at him.
Democrats, when we release them, they attack the witnesses.
That has never happened, you liar, Museveni. Shut up. That has never happened. How come you don't bring some evidence? You are the president of the country. You're speaking on a national broadcasting service. UBC, Uganda Broadcasting Services. Or corporation, whatever. How about you be like, hey, he's a support of Bobi Wine or support of BCJ who was released, and upon their release, they attacked the witnesses. Tell us. You just cannot run your mouth or flap your gums just for the sake of flapping your gums. There's a very legal maxim. He who alleges must prove. Don't just run your mouth. You have all the resources as the president of a country to prove your case. Like, where did it happen? You just cannot be like, when they released them, they attacked the witnesses. Like where? It has never happened. But because you know you don't believe in any principle of law, you think you can lie with your shameless face.
You cannot have democracy without people.
Don't talk about democracy, Museveni. Don't talk about democracy because you don't believe in democracy. You didn't believe in democracy in the 1980. The election was stolen. Yes, we agree. You had to go and use the courts of law. You decided to hold arms and go wage a war against the government of Obote and Tito Okelutwa respectively. That's not democracy. You killed people to ascend to power. That's not democracy. All the elections you've been engaged in, probably with the exception of 1996, all the elections have been a manifestation of all things opposed to democratic values. Abducting people, killing them, torturing, disappearing, maiming them. That's not democracy. Oh my God, what a shameless charlatan. And I'm sorry to use those terms on this guy, but what other term can I use to refer to Museveni? Jeez, I said I understand these people. This was Ed Mutwe, Bobi Wine's bodyguard, who was abducted. The photo that's the first photo is when he had been tortured. You see, he was sweating. They took photos of his naked body. This is done by the command of the Uganda's Defense Forces. Muhoozi Kainerugaba, Museveni's son. So I truly understand. I remember when he was brought in the court. Look at him. So I understand if Ed Mutwe is going to be like, hey, Mordecai, let me enter a plea bargain. I want to go meet my child. I understand. He's a parent. I understand. I'm not going to, judge him. Look at his eyes looking at these prison officers taking away his daughter. He almost wants to cry. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. When they took away her daughter. His daughter. He wants to cry. So I truly understand these people. Yes, I do. I'm not going to sit here and judge them. Who am I? I'll leave it to you if you want to judge them. They've stood. They've tried to fight. They've re-energized us more than we did. Us who are free. Whenever they've been brought to court, they've been singing, we shall wear the victor's crown all the times. These are people who have handcuffs on their hands, but are saying, hey guys, we are still standing strong. That is a thing I appreciate. That's better than my commentary. I have to be like, oh, you cannot allow plea bargain. Oh, that's betrayal. I'll leave it to other people to do that. I want to appreciate these people. What else did I want to show you here? Did I have something to show you? Maybe not. Yeah, I want you to look at this. This is a man. Some people are saying, "Oh, you can't enter a plea bargain with those guys." I understand, but at the same time, I understand him.
n'omusango ogwasibya nagumanyira mu kkomera nti namba jampa ne sweta ninga nalabanga yali amaze okukola ekibonerezo ekyampeebwa nakuba enkengo zino zaali mugundi namala wiiki ku nkengo nga ndi mazzi naye
1 week he spent in water.
gamba banfu obujjanjabi obw'enjawulo mina peyinikirako mina bbiri buli lunaku siifunanga bujjanjabi businga buno kongo kule kalimirayo emikono oba bagitemako bagitemkonfune ku bujjanjabi obukulamu bwange bugenda.
My life is going. I'm losing my life. That's what he says. So it behooves someone to end up saying, hey, plea bargain. I truly understand. It would behoove you if you are in their position. Maybe, maybe not. But if you did, I wouldn't be judging you. And we all know, look, all these folks, when they're released, we all know. That's why the NUPs, was like, what matters is how you behave after you've entered a plea bargain with these folks. You don't go back and you don't come out and be like, okay, now that I entered a plea bargain, now I'll be sitting and sharing a meal with Satan, them 7 criminal regime. 99% of them are not going to be welcomed or embraced in the NRM's criminal regime inner sanctum. No, it's not going to happen. They will still remain opposition, many of them. So if they are going for plea bargains, I'm here for that. Because if they don't, Museveni and Muhoozi Kainerugaba will be by themselves with glee. Because to them, what gives them joy is the amount of violence, the amount of evil they visit onto innocent people. Because to them, it satisfies their ego. Be like, oh, you see me, I'm a strong man. I'm Sabaranyi. I'm a Muchwezi. It's sad. So while I understand these folks that are entering plea bargains with the Museveni criminal regime, I say thank you. You know, I learned this from Dr. Chiza Besigye, who said that when folks decide to join the Museveni criminal regime, let us not be tempted to only criticize them. Let us appreciate them for the journey they've walked with us and wish them the best. So that's the approach in my mind. Usually I don't go like, bad. I'm like, I'm able to look back and be like, oh, you did this? So at least those folks, for whatever they did, they emboldened generations of other activists that will come in the future. So let's not judge them. Let's embrace them. If you can actually extend a hand to them if they need help. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to let you go. My name is Mordecai Murisa. I immensely appreciate. Please consider subscribing to this feed. Write in the comment section. I would truly appreciate. And invite others to join us. What do you think? My name is Mordecai Murisa. Bye-bye.